Hello and welcome to the show. My Dux Britanniarum campaign, set in the Old North, continues. It is March AD618 and a pestilence has hit the land. This means that all recovery times will be double what they are normally. Resources are scarce and the Scotti are looking for some easy targets in their first raid of the year, a raid on a border tower. Here are the two leaders of the warbands. On the left, Lord Ronald MacDonald, the leader of the Scotti, and on the right, Lord Edwin, the leader of Saxons. The Scotti had a very successful year in 617, plundering lots of riches from the Saxons, but Lord Edwin did finally get a victory in the final skirmish of the year when the Scotti tried to ambush the tax wagon train. Let's have a look at the ground they're going to be fighting over for the first skirmish of the fighting season. The border tower is in the top right of the table on a piece of high ground. It is protected by a hedge, which is a medium obstacle. To the bottom right and top left of the table are also areas of high ground. A river runs from the high ground on the bottom right through the centre of the table. Where the river is narrow, it is a minor obstacle, and where it is wider, it is a medium obstacle. Other patches of rough ground and bog are minor and medium obstacles accordingly. The Scotti warband is led by Lord Ronald MacDonald, front and centre, with his champion Hamish on the right. On the left at the front is Hoots McSpicy, a new noble that has joined the warband due to the death of Bluey McFlurry last year. Behind them they have three groups of raiders, two of which are 8 strong. Behind them are missiles, noble raider cavalry, skirmish cavalry, and two groups of skirmishers with the noble Egg McMuffin. The Saxons are led by Lord Edwin, front and centre, with his champion Beowulf. On the right is the noble Elf Rum, and on the left Elf Beer. Behind the nobles and the lord are two groups of Hearthguard, one group of missiles, and three groups of warriors in the rear rank, 2 of 6 and 1 of 8. So, according to the rules, the objective for this scenario is for the Scotti player to seize a Saxon noble and hold him for ransom. In order to capture a prisoner, the Scotti must overwhelm the noble in close combat. So we'll see as and when how that's going to happen when we get to it. From a cards perspective, the Saxons have the usual goad and aggressive charge. They also have a boar-suited Carpe Diem, very useful, bounding move, and a goad with the Scotti suit, so that's no good. The Scotti have darting blow, aggressive charge, disengage, a true aim, and bounding move. Force morales are respectively 6 for the Saxons and 5 for the Scotti. The Scotti suffered slightly because they lost the last scenario at the end of the last campaign season. And with that, we're ready to go. Noble Elfbeer is trying to get to safety of the border tower, where Lord Edwin is with the remainder of his warband, and they will probably sally forth to protect him. Meanwhile, the Scotti and Lord Ronald MacDonald must charge across the ground and try and capture Elfbeer, or indeed someone else. Let's see what happens. Here is the start position for Elf Beer and his two groups of warriors, and he's got to get across the ground to the border tower over here. The bulk of the Saxon warband are around the border tower here. Lord Edwin with his two Hearthguard, one group of missiles, and one group of 8 warriors with Elfram. And this is the start point for the Scotti warband. 3 groups of warriors led by Ronald MacDonald, also with Hoots McSpicy, one group of skirmish cavalry, and one group of missiles. And they need to get a move on and intercept Elfbeer. The stage is set. So the first card up is the Scotti Lord, and he's got his 3 groups with him there, and they will obviously try to get in as quick as they can
to the Saxons. So the first group will go 7. They'll lose 1 for crossing that rough ground. And inevitably there'll be a traffic jam here. Yep. Perhaps get this third group to move around the side. Like so. Saxon leader 1, so this is Elf Rum. I guess he really needs to get out and start to give some support. Getting over the hedge will be -2 on each dice. So that's where they need to go. The gate for the bordered tower is a little bit too far away from him, so I think he's just got to go for it and get over the hedge. So be 13 less 6 be 7. Saxon leader 2 then, Elf Beer. He needs to get a move on. Left hand group, good move. Right hand group, also good move, same. Might be a short game. Scotti leader 1, well that's Hoots McSpicy. He can't do anything himself, so he'll just stay with the Lord. Scotti leader 2, wrong, Egg McMuffin is not on the table. Scotti skirmishers are not on the table. The Scotti cavalry are on the table. So they'll be going 3 dice 6 plus 6 within 6 inches of the Saxons. Saxon missiles, well they'll go out the gate. They go 9. The Saxon Lord, I think, will, what can he do? Well, he's got to go forward, I guess. So when they get to the hedge, if they get to the hedge, it'll be -2 per dice. So that's 9, 12. Yeah, they'll stop at the hedge. And they will just go 5. And finally, Scotti missiles. Well, they're just messing about in the woods at the moment. And that is the end of the first turn. First card up is the Saxon missiles, and I think they'll head over here. So they go 8. Scotti cavalry. All right, well, first of all, this group will move to within 6 inches of Elf Beer's group with 2 dice, which they do. And they will attack with their little javelins. Hitting on a 4, 5, 6. 1 hit. And shocking on a 4, 5, 6. No effect. The Noble Raider cavalry will come on now. And they go 14 plus 6 is 20. I think they'll probably go the long way. Saxon Lord is up now, so he needs to get over the hedge and basically form up. So these guys go over these -2 per dice. Well, they've got 18, so they go 12. Big move. but they're probably going to leave the other group behind. And the other group go 10 less 6 is 4, so they actually struggle up and don't get over. Elfram goes 8. And already the reception party seems to be pretty strong for the Saxons. Scottish skirmishes are on. Like the last game, they're a little bit late to the party, so I don't know what use they're going to be today. Now, Scotty leader 1 is up, Hoots McSpicy. He's going to take charge of this group here. We've got a bounding move going to be played. They've really got to get up to the Saxons now and start to interfere with them. So they're going to go hell for leather to get up to this group here with 4 dice. And they get a fantastic roll of 19. So they're in. So this is just what the Scotty wanted, trying to get in and engage the enemy as quickly as they can. So let's work out some dice here. 8 dice for the Scotty and 6 for the Saxons. We'll do the Saxons first, hitting on a 4, 5, 6. 2 hits. And the Scotty also 4, 5, 6. 2 hits. Alright, so it's 3, 4, 5 shock, 6 kill, 1 kill. Is it on Hoots? It's not. And no effect. Net 1. No excess shock. Go again. 5, 6, 7. And 6. Saxons. 2 hits. Scotty. A little bit better there. 4 hits. Damage is 2 shock. And that is 3 shock. And that's the end of the combat. Right, Scotty Lord is up next. He will draw a card. And he gets Bounding Move again, which is very useful. He's got to use that. He's got to get up to the Scotty. He needs (19) to get into contact with Elfbeer's group of warriors, and it's only one group will be able to do that bounding move, but he's got to make that attempt. So let's see what happens. He probably is not going to make it on that. That is 11. And the other group move up behind. 7. Scotty missiles. Well, I think they'll come down here to the left hand or right hand side of the woods as they look at it. They go 12. And the final card of the turn is Elfbeer. So he's just going to hop across the river if he can. He'll lose 1 pip per dice going over there, so he goes 6. And that is the end of the turn. First card up, Scotti missiles. They will fire at the Hearthguard with the Lord. 4, 5, 6 to hit. 1 hit. 5 shock, 6 kill. No effect. Next card up is the Saxon Lord. I don't think he needs to do a great deal, to be honest. He doesn't want to go forward, so I think he's just going to stay there. Scotti skirmishes. Oh, they need to get in on the axe, so they're just going to come straight across here if they can. That's 12. And 11. Scotti Leader 1 activated now. It's Hoots McSpicy. Reignites the conflict or the battle here. So they will have 5 less 1 for shock is 4, 5, 6. And they will have 6 less 1 is 5. Saxon first. Two hits. 2 hits. Roll for effect. 1 kill. 2 shock. Here's the kill on Hoots. No, it's not. So net 1. Any excess shock? No, they have 2. They go again. So the Saxons will have 4, and the Scotti will have 3, 4, 5. Saxon first. 1 hit. Scotti. 2 hits. No effect. 2 shock. Okay, Saxons have 7 shock with 6. They'll go back 1 inch, and the Scotti will follow up. That is the end of the combat. Saxon missiles, I think they're just going to fire at the skirmishers, keep them at bay. 1 hit. No effect. Okay, Scotti cavalry are up next. We can get the skirmishers over here and start to harass this group. I might slow them down a bit. So they go 2 dice 6. Should have been 2 dice 6 plus 6. So that's okay. They will fire their little missiles. 1 hit and no effect. Pretty useless. Now, the Noble Raider Cavalry. Can they get in and help out this combat here? Well, they need 14. We have no more bounding moves. Oh, they got plus 6 on 3 dice. Okay, let's go for it. They'll play aggressive charge. Got to be worth it. Reignite this combat and they get loads of extras for the shock. So it's plus 6 on this roll. So that's 9, 12, 18. They're in. Here we go. An aggressive charge for the Scotti. Right, so the Scotti here will have 4 less 1 is 3, 4, 5. The Saxons will have 6 less 3 is 3. And the Noble Raider Cavalry here will have 4. 5 because they're elite. And plus 7 because the warriors are have 7 shock. And they'll be hitting on a 3. So let's do the Saxons first. 1 hit. I think logically it has to go on the raiders there. What's coming back? 3 hits. And the raider cavalry are hitting on 3s. Well, that's a lot of hits. Let's see what the Saxons do. 3 is 1 shock. It's not actually very good. Too many 1s and 2s there. However, it's 1 killed and 3 shock, so they got up to 10 shock. Okay, so firstly, it is withdraw if excess shock. Yes, they have 5, plus 5 is 5. So they'll go back 10. And they have lost their amphora. So they go 3 dice 6. They go another 7. And that is a bad thing that's happened. 3. A warrior group with a roll of 3 loses 2. So the Saxons are down to 4 force morale. That's pretty quick. Now there is a follow-up because the Saxons routed. This group here get a 6, so no they don't. And the Noble Raider Cavalry don't either because they don't have any shock at all. What I would say is these guys will close up 2 and they'll just push forward 2 a little bit as well. Skirmish cavalry in the way a little bit. So a positive result, but they're not much closer to getting a noble. Scotti Lord. Okay, well, there's no point coming all the way around here. I think he's got to go this way and perhaps even get in with Edwin. Let's capture Edwin, perhaps. I don't know. He hasn't got any useful cards to use, so he will cross here and lose 1 pip per dice if he gets that far, and he'll get his other group of raiders up as well. I think probably what he'll do, no, he'll move up to the river. You don't want to go too far, which he does. I'll get to other group moving up, which they do around the side of the missiles, and they'll form up for the 3rd command initiative. I think they can do that. Getting a little bit congested here, and they've shut out the missiles, but the important thing is they've got to be ready to get across the river and engage the Saxons. So Saxon leader 1, Elfram. I think he'll probably push up to the river and hold on the river, which he does. And Saxon leader 2, I think what he's going to do is basically turn around for 1, form up for another command initiative, which, because they're so close, they can do that. And that's what they'll do. Uncommanded groups. Well, the Hearthguard here are uncommanded, so they will hop over the fedge. You go 4 inches. Okay, so the final group, which would be these warriors, will rout off the table, and they absolutely sprint. Those Saxon missiles, again, they will fire at the skirmishes. 4 dice, 4, 5, 6 to hit. 1 hit. And 4 is 1 point of shock. Scotti cavalry are up next. Well, the noble raider cavalry are no good unless they're fighting against somebody with shock. So I think they're just going to move off to the flank, up towards the hill area. That's what they can do. 3 dice plus 6, which will be 17. And the skirmish cavalry will shoot, hitting on 4, 5, 6, 2 hits, no effect. Okay, Scotti Lord is up now. He's considering charging into the Hearthguard, playing Darting Blow. He will lose 1 pip per dice because the river doesn't get any shock, so I think that's what he's going to do. Darting Blow, so 1 round of combat and then retreat 2 dice 6. Let's see what he gets. 13 less 3 to 10. It's fine, he only needs 7. And I think they would wrap around as they do. Alright, let's work out the numbers. The Scotti will have 16 plus 3 for the Lord and 2 for his champion. It's going to be 21. And the Saxons will have 6, 7 because they're elite, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, Saxons first. They got a 4, 5, 6. 2 hits. That's pretty shocking. And for the Scotti, a lot. See what the Saxons do. 1 point of shock here. One point of shock here. That's 4, 5 shock, 6 kill. Three kill, 3 shock. Is that on Lord Edwin? No, it is not. So it was a darting blow. The Scotti retire 2 dice 6. They go 11. Okay, the Hearthguard had 3 dead, so it's a net 3 to the Scotti. There's no excess shock, so the Saxons will withdraw a minimum of 6 inches. If excess shock, add 2 shock per group. Well, they're not excess shock because they've got 3 shock and there's 3 of them. But actually, it's not too bad because they can join up with the other Hearthguard there. Saxon leader 1, Elfram, Well, the onus is on the Scotti to come and get the Saxons. So they know there's the cavalry on the left. So I think actually they're just going to withdraw as a formation and pull back towards the tower. And they go 4. Which now means that this group can't move because they're a formation. And Elf Beer is up next, Saxon leader 2, so that has just happened. Scotti leader 2, Egg McMuffin. I think he's got to be with the group that has the shock. So technically he can't take that shock off because he's with that group. So there we go, unfortunately. Scotti missiles here, they will just cross the stream with 2 dice. They don't lose any movement for the stream. That's what they do, although they're going to be in the way again of the Scotti Lord, but I think they've got to get some shock down on the Saxons here. So they're within 12, 4, 5, 6 to hit, 4 hits, 5 shock, 6 kill, 1 shock. That is excess shock, they go back 1 inch. Getting ever closer to the other Hearthguard. Now is the Saxon Lord. What he will do is take off 2 shock. And he'll tell that lot to join up. Scotti skirmishes, they will lose 1 pip per dice coming across the medium obstacle of the stream here. They will get themselves in the rough ground here, which they do, even though they lose 1 inch of movement, not a problem there. They're within 6 of the missiles and they will engage. 3 dice only. 1 hit and a 4 is 1 point of shock. The other group will move up to this area. 11, that's 3, 8. Again, they can just about get in there and they are in range. They will again fire 3 and 1 hit and 1 point of shock. And the final card of the turn is Hoots McSpicy, and I think he will just take off 2 points of shock. Okay, I've just read about the capturing of a noble. So when Ronald MacDonald was fighting Lord Edwin here with 1 group up just over the other side of the river, the rule is for capturing a noble that if the Scotti have 3 times more dice than the Saxons, they can capture the Lord. Well, it wasn't quite there because they had 21 and I think the Saxons had 11. However, had they not played Darting Blow and gone into a second round, that may well have been the case. But that wasn't the case, but that wasn't so. Anyway, we continue. Saxon leader 1. Well, I think they'll continue falling back. And they go 14. So they will be up against the hedge. Have to split either side of that tree. Scotti missiles, they're within 12 of the Hearthguard, so they will fire 2 hits. 5 shock, 6 kill, 1 kill. Ooh. Now, is that Lord Edwin? It's not, but it's another Hearthguard has gone. I've lost 4. So the Saxon Lord is up. He'll take 2 points of shock off. And he'll get the formation to move back over the hedge. -2 per dice, so it'll be 5, and they just about make it. So the hedge will count as light cover if we get that far. The Scotti Lord is up now. I suppose he'll take 2 points of shock off here, and he will take 3 points of shock off. Scotti skirmishers, both of them will fire at the missiles. 4, 5, 6 to hit, so that will be a total of 3 hits. 4, 5, 6 shock, 4, 5, 6 shock, and they're up to 3 shock now. Egg McMuffin, well, he'll take that point of shock off now. The Noble Raider cavalry will make their way over the stream and up onto the high ground here, I think. So they'll lose a pip for going over there. Well, they've got plenty of dice to get up in a position to lurk and swoop in, and the skirmish cavalry will cross the stream, try and get within 6 inches. So they will have 18. They'll lose a pip for going over there, so that'll be 12, 9 plus 6, 15. So yes, they're within 6, but they can't fire because they moved the full move. Scotti Leader 1, Hoots McSpicy will take off a point of shock, and he'll move his group over the river to here. No, it doesn't really go very far. Well, he'll just sidle along to there. And finally, Saxon missiles, they will fire. Well, they won't actually, they'll retire. Again, through the gate. There goes 7. Right, so summary of where we are at the moment. The Scotti have missed their opportunity to catch Elf Beer, who has now managed to retire back to the border tower defences, the hedge, with Elf Rum. And Lord Edwin is also now inside the perimeter with the missiles also coming back. So Ronald MacDonald is a fair way away now, sorting out a bit of shock. He's got some cavalry off to his right and the Saxons' left flank, and the skirmishers are coming up on the Scotti left and the Saxon right flank. So how far does he push this? I don't know yet. Capturing a noble might be beyond him, so I'll probably give it a little bit of a go, but then probably retire off the field. He's missed his opportunity, I feel. Okay, first one up is Hoots McSpicy. He needs to be careful he doesn't get isolated. We'll draw a card. Carpe diem. We'll get 8. Now, Elf Beer's card is up. I think he'll just hop over, which he does. Saxon missiles, so they will fire at the skirmishes here. 4, 5, 6 to hit. 2 hits. 3, 4 shock, 5, 6 kill. No effect. The Saxon Lord. Well, I think he'll just wait there. Scotti Lord, take off 2 points of shock. And cross the river. Okay, Scotti skirmishers, these guys will move up to within 6 inches. 2 dice, which they do. They'll actually lose 1, so they'll only go 4 inches. So they are out of range. they will do the same. And they will fire at the missiles. One hit. Another point of shock. Egg McMuffin, nothing to do. Scotti cavalry, well, the Noble Raider cavalry will just remain there at the moment. These guys will attempt to give some shock to Elfram's gang. 3 hits, and it's 4, 5, 6 is shock. No effect. That is Elfram now, and he will retire over the hedge, which he does. And I'm thinking there he can join up for his second command initiative. And finally, Scotti missiles. They will move 2 dice 6. They will play a true aim, which is +1 to hit. Now, it is light cover, so it's 4, 5, 6 to hit. It would normally be 5 to 6, 2 hits. So it'll be a hit on each, I guess, because it's a formation. Left hand, right hand, no effect there. And 4 is also no effect. And that is the end of the turn. First card up, Egg McMuffin, can't do anything. Second card up, Lord Edwin. He can't really do anything. And this is the problem with the Saxons, because they don't have a lot of skirmishers. They're just going to basically stay behind this defensive hedge and wait for it. So this is the tactics I got wrong before. Not quite sure whether it's the right thing to do. Anyway, Scotti leader 1 is going to come around to the Scotti left flank. He goes 13. Well, I'm thinking that the skirmish cavalry again come over here. In fact, they will come all the way over here and get within 6 inches of the missiles if they can. They've got 3 dice. I don't think I've got a bounding move. No. So 3 dice plus 6. Well, that's a good move. That was a 4, so we're 20. That's a really good mobile move right the way across half the board there effectively. I can then start to take on missiles here. The Scotti Lord, he will continue his advance, losing 1 pip per dice, so he will go 6. Saxon missiles, they will fire at Scotti skirmishes. 4, 5, 6 to hit. 3 hits. 3, 4 shock, 5, 6 kill. 1 shock. Elfbeer. This is the trouble I'm in. I think he'll stay there. And Elf Rum might move around in a minute. Scotti missiles. They will fire at the Hearthguard again. Uh, 5, 6 to hit. Yep, 3 hits. So I have 2 on the Lord's side. In fact, no, because we're in cover, I think the Saxons can choose where to go. So it'll be 2 on here and 1 on here. It is 5 shock, 6 kill. It's a kill and nothing. So on this side, is it Lord Edwin? It is not. That is another Hearthguard that's gone. So they're down to 1 Hearthguard on this side. Bizarrely no shock. The Scotti skirmishers, well, they'll continue to engage The missiles, hitting on a 4, 5, 6, just the one hit. And another point of shock. 5, that is excess shock. So 5 excess shock, well 1, missiles go back 3 inches per 1 excess shock, so they go back 3. The other group of skirmishers will move to within 6 inches, which they easily do. Engage the Hearthguard, hitting on a 5, 6, 2 hits. Five, 6 shock, no effect. And Saxon Leader 1, Elfram, he's going to come around and I think plug the gap where the gate is on the hedge. He has 9. So the Saxons organising the defences, and that is the end of the turn. First card up, Scotti Leader 2, Egg McMuffin, and he'll take point shock off. Saxon Leader 2, which is, yep, Elf Beer, he will, no he won't, I'll tell you what he'll do. He will join up with the Hearthguard. I won't bother rolling that. Scotti missiles, well they will fire at the Hearthguard here. It's soft cover, so, or light cover, they need 5, 6 to hit and no effect. The Saxon Lord. Well, I think all he's going to do is just hop over to the other Hearthguard group. There's only one left here. I don't think I can do anything about that. Scotti Leader 1. He'll continue to come round to the right flank of the Saxons. He'll aim, well, he'll just try and go as far as he can, I guess. He goes 11th. Scotti skirmishers, so these guys here will fire at this one Hearthguard. Now this would be interesting. To get a couple of shock on here, well, they only get 1 hit. In fact, they don't, because they're a light cover. It's 5, 6 to hit, so that's no hit there. The other group here, yeah, they'll move up closer to the missiles, to within 6. Fire at them. 4, 5, 6. 1 hit. And 1 shock. So now the missiles have 2 excess shock and they'll go back 6 inches. So this is interesting. The Scotti are in danger of coming in on the Saxon right flank. So I think at the moment, Ronald McDonald, it's worth pushing this situation. Saxon missiles, well, yeah, I mean they can fire with 1 because they're -3 because of shock, no effect. I think it's getting to them. Right, Scotti Lord is up next. He's going to go for it. Aggressive charge, Carpe Diem. And he's got to get in to the Saxons. Right, he loses 1 pip per dice there, so it's 4, 5, 10. I think it's just enough. It is just enough to get in. And this will be very interesting. So let's work out the dice. It's 21 for the Scotti plus 2 for the cards. They're on 23. And the Saxons will get 6, 12, 13, plus 2 for elites, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Right, the Saxons go first, hitting on 4, 5, 6. So 5 on this group and 6 on Ronald's group. The Scotti will be hitting on 4, 5, 6 because the Saxons are behind soft cover. Right, so it's 3, 4, 3. Excuse me. Let's see the damage on this group of Scotti. It is 4 points of shock. Ronald's group. One kill. 1 point of shock. Is it on Ronald? It is not. Left-hand group of Saxons. 6 is a kill. So that is a Hearthguard group lost. Come back to that in a minute. Lord Edwin's group. 1 shock. And Elfram's group. 1 shock, 1 kill. Because they are warriors. 1 shock is the kill on Elfram. It is not, so that's a warrior killed. Okay, so I made an error there. Put them back to where they were. The actual net win there was 1 for the Scotti, which means that the Saxons will fall back if they have excess shock, which they don't, so they'll refight the second round. So it's 19 for the Saxons and 18 for the Scotti. The Saxon will be hitting on a 4, 5, 6. There's quite a few 1s and 2s there, and 3s indeed. Not brilliant. So it's 4 on each group. But the Scotti are hitting on a 5 and 6 only. Five hits. Okay, let's see what happens here. 1 kill, 3 shock. One kill, 2 shock. 2 raiders killed. Second Hearthguard, 1 shock. And the warriors, nothing. Okay, so that's 2 kill, net 2 to Saxons. Fallback 1 inch per shock on groups. Fallback 1 inch per shock on groups. Well, these guys go 7. And these guys will go 3. So certainly the Scotti are being pushed back here. Now, I'm guessing the Saxons follow up, even though they've got the hedge in front. I mean, their bloodlust is up. They're over the hedge. They're getting all excited. But they obviously don't maintain contact. And that's a problem. So there they are. This group here, or this formation, is shouting at Ronald McDonald's gang, and the other lot a bit further back with a lot of shock. So they've got a problem there. That, I think, is the end of that combat. And that, I think, will be the end of this part of the raid on the border tower. The scenario looks reasonably even at the moment, but I think Lord Ronald McDonald may have lost his opportunity to capture a Saxon noble. Tune in next time to see what happens to the raid on a border tower. Thanks for watching.